Today, Prime Minister Shehbaz urged the international community to recognize Pakistan's burden of hosting Afghan refugees and show collective responsibility in dealing with the issue. This statement was made during a meeting with the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, Filippo Grandi, who is visiting Pakistan for the first time since the government announced a repatriation plan for undocumented aliens last November. In news from Pakistan's economic sphere, the Pakistan Stock Exchange surpassed the 81,000 point mark on Tuesday, achieving a historic milestone driven by strong buying from both local and foreign investors. The benchmark KSE 100 index surged by 483.98 points, or 0.6%, reaching 81,050.18 points during intraday trading, up from the previous close of 80,566.20 points. Analysts attribute this record high level to several factors, including increased investor confidence due to the potential privatization of state-owned enterprises. This confidence was notably boosted by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's commitment to the bidding process for Pakistan International Airlines in August. Furthermore, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf plans to challenge the government's decision, allowing the Inter-Services Intelligence to intercept and trace calls in the name of national security. The Ministry of Information Technology and Telecommunications authorized this act under Section 54 of the Pakistan Telecommunications Reorganization Act of 1996. Opposition leader Umar Ayub Khan criticized the move, calling it authoritarian. He accused the government of granting the ISI unchecked power to monitor citizens' communications, warning of potential misuse against political and media figures. PTI intends to challenge the notification in court, arguing it violates constitutional rights. The government defends the measure, citing national security concerns and the need to prevent crime. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky criticized his Indian counterpart's visit to Moscow as a huge disappointment and a devastating blow for peace efforts on the same day that Russian missiles smashed into a children's hospital in Kyiv. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Russian President Vladimir Putin at his residence in Novo-Ogaryovo outside Moscow on Monday, but less than 600 miles away from Russian missiles rained down on Ukrainian cities in a morning rush hour assault that killed at least 39 people. In economic news from India, the country is planning to spend $1 billion to speed up the construction of 12 hydropower stations in Arunachal Pradesh, a state in northeastern Himalayas. This move could increase tensions with China, which claims the region as a part of southern Tibet. Two government sources reveal that the Federal Finance Ministry, led by Nirmala Sitharaman, has approved up to 7.5 billion rupees in financial assistance for each project. In total, about 90 billion rupees will likely be allocated for the 12 projects in Arunachal Pradesh. This scheme is designated to support northeastern states by helping them finance their shares in these projects, which can expedite regulatory clearances and local negotiations on electricity sharing. United Nations experts have accused Israel of conducting a deliberate campaign of starvation in Gaza, leading to the death of children. They stated that Israel's actions amount to genocidal violence and have caused widespread famine throughout Gaza. Experts, including UN Special Rapporteur to the Right to Food, Michael Fakhri, emphasized that although the UN has not officially declared a famine in Gaza, there is an undeniable evidence of severe hunger. They reported that since October 7, 34 Palestinians, mostly children, have died from malnutrition. The experts appointed by the UN Human Rights Council stressed that they do not speak on behalf of the UN but condemn global inaction in preventing the crisis. They highlighted specific cases like the death of 2-month-old baby and 10-year-old named Yazan al-Ghafran due to hunger, underscoring that famine has already struck northern Gaza. The experts called on the international community to have intervened earlier to stop Israel's starvation campaign, declaring that inaction is tantamount to complicity. Pope Francis is urging immediate action to halt the conflict in Gaza following Israel's strike on a school in the besieged area. The attack, which targeted a school housing displaced Palestinians, resulted in the death of over 30 people, as reported by local health authorities. The Vatican press office released a statement on Tuesday conveying that the Pope has deep sorrow over the incident and his profound concern about the escalating violence. He also addressed a separate incident involving a Russian attack on a children's hospital in Kyiv. Israel's military has reported that its warplanes targeted a building in the village of Rab al-Talin in southern Lebanon. The airstrike followed the launch of rockets into Israeli territory, earlier allegedly carried out by 2 fighters identified in the area. According to a statement from X, multiple rockets were fired from the Rab al-Talin towards Misrab region in northern Israel. The statement also noted that most of these rockets were intercepted and destroyed by Israeli air defenses.